Questions Made Easy with Scott. Now we are going to use our handy dandy question solving template that I created. If you don't have it, get it out, pause the video, get it out right now. Let's use it, all right? So here we go. Step one, it's always to align ourselves with the question. Read the last sentence. What is it directing us to do? Look forward, look down, whatever it is, that's what we do. So last sentence, which risk response strategy does this scenario exemplify? All right, so it's kind of asking us to look down on our world. Something's going on. What kind of risk response strategy are we using? Not what did we use way back, or what should we have done? Not what we do next. What are we doing now? Cool. Now let's go to step two. Let's go back to the base of the question. Read it for context. Look for what type of project it is, where we think we are, what are the keywords. Let's go. All right. A project is at the multifunctional planning phase. Ooh, fancy. The project manager realizes that producing a complex application is not feasible with the current number of resources and decides to hire more resources for the production of the application. All right, they're going to hire more people. Cool. The project manager identifies temporary resources and signs a service level agreement with them. So we've gone off and we've done something. All right. Which risk response strategy does this scenario exemplify? All right. All right. So we are into the project. Now, where do we think we are? We are in the planning phase. It says right up there at the top, multifunctional planning phase. So we know where we are in our project. That's awesome. Now we understand that there's an issue. It says, let's go over keywords. Complex application is not feasible with the current number of resources. Okay, so we know that there's an issue and we've got to react to it. So it's asking what risk is here and how did we react to it? All right, so we found a risk. How did we react to it? Now, what did we do? We decided to hire more resources for the production of the application. All right, so we went out there, we signed a contract, SLA, and we got more people in. So we have taken action. All right. So let's go to step three. Let's assert ourselves, kind of reframe the project in our own mind now that we understand it, and tell us what we would do. All right, or what we would do to answer this question. All right, and so what we said is, hey, we've realized in planning that there's a risk. All right, there's a risk that we can't get the work done with the current people that we have on staff. All right, not a big deal. That's what the issue was, and we took action. We nailed it down. We went out. We brought them in. We got the people on house. We're going to nail this. Okay, if you walked in, I kind of understand. Sounds like you got everything handled and you took action. That's really great. Now, what would we do in this situation? Normally, if that's the way we react, what we're trying to figure out now is how we would identify it. So we've got to figure out what risk response strategy and what are the different ones. Do you know them? If they don't pop in your head, oh man, is it, let me think, mitigate, whatever. Now that's a learning point. Go back, study those things. All right. So as we go into step four, we're going to evaluate each answer on its own merits. All right, here we go. So did we in this situation mitigate the issue? Now tell me either we did or we didn't, and tell me why. All right. So did we mitigate the issue means lessen, lower, kind of move around it in a sense, kind of like lessen it. Did we do that in here? Now, technically, yeah, we did. We had a risk and we made it not be a risk, right? All right, so we have lessened it in a sense by removing it, but mitigate means we handled it in-house, right? We made kind of course corrections to handle it in-house. Did we do that? No. We went outside to do it, all right? We went outside to do it, so that is not the way we would do it, all right? And so we went out there, and is there still a risk at this point? Because mitigate just means lessen it. Is there still a risk? No. It seems like we've handled it. Risk no longer. So mitigate, risk still exists, just lessened. Not a mitigation. Not a mitigation right now. Cool. Did we transfer the risk? Tell me if you like it or not. Yes, no, maybe so, and why? All right. So a lot of you might out there go out and say, yeah, we transferred this because we went out and hired them, right? We went outside and we got something. Now, almost. Now, when you transfer risk, means you take the risk and you put it in the powers outside. You put it in a third party, or you buy insurance or something where they're responsible for it. Third party is responsible. Who is responsible in this situation? Us. We're going out there and we're hiring a few resources to serve a purpose and expand our labor force. All right, so it's still on us. All right, so it's not technically transferring. Transferring, we say, we took these activities and gave it to a third party to run them. It's on them now. Obviously, the axe falls on us at the end of the day, but that's why we hired them, okay? So this is not transfer. Bam. Hope we like one of these. Did we just accept it? Yes or no? We take ownership. Did we accept this? Tell me why. No, we didn't. Now, you might say, Scott, but we've taken ownership. Sure, that's like something we can't slough off at all, right? But accept means that we've just said, there's a risk, it exists, I'm not going to do anything. Is that what we did? Au contraire, mon frere, we took action against it, right? We didn't just let it hit us in the chin and roll on. No good. So it could say literally anything in D, and I would hit the button, but let's just prove it. All right, so D says avoid. Did we avoid the risk? For a lot of you out there, you might be like, no, we didn't avoid it. Like, it's there. Is it there anymore, I would ask? We've taken action, pulled people in, signed an agreement, spent some money, expanded our resources so that the risk is not a problem anymore. We don't have the original risk. Not feasible with the current resources, not a problem anymore. Resources that we pulled in make it totally feasible. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. So D is where we're going. So let's go to step 5. Hit that button and decide. Booyah! It is avoid. We have avoided the issue by hiring the labor. All right, cool. So as we look at this, last thing we will always want to do, squeeze the goodness out of here. Big learning in this point is, what the heck are the different risk response strategies? Why did I not know them? How do I recognize them? All those things. You know that I break those down in depth. All the risk response strategies, give you details, go through those videos. Really, really going to help you out. That's where we need to squeeze the goodness from this question. So keep your head up, keep moving forward, and I'll see you in the next question.